In this video, I'm going to discuss two basic questions on calculating percentages. The questions are these. In a class, there are 28 students. Of these students, 32.1% go to school by bus, and 16 of the students in this class go to school by bike. The first question is, calculate how many students go to school by bus. So to know how to do that, you need to know how to calculate the amount using percentages. And there's one rule that always goes. If you want to calculate the amount, you have to do the percentage divided by 100, so you make it into a decimal number, and multiply that with the base total. So for this question, you have to do the percentage, 32.1%, divided by 100 times the base total, 28 students in total. And always write down your calculations. So what you have to write down is what you calculate, the number of students, and how you calculate that. 32.1 divided by 100 times 28. And if you do that, you get the number of students is 0.321, the decimal number of 32.1%, times 28, you get your answer, 8.988. Well, we're talking about students here, so we can't have decimals, and because we have to round it the normal way to whole numbers. 8.988 means there are 9 students. Always round off the normal way when you're dealing with percentages. So write down your calculations. Number of students is 32.1 divided by 100 times 28. That's your calculation. You do that. Things you put in your calculator, you have to write them down the way you do that and get to the answer, 9 students. For question B, calculate the percentage of students that go to school by bike. We have to change the rule, as in we have to calculate the percentage, and the percentage is always the amount divided by the base total times 100. So the amount of which you want to know the percentage divided by the base total. So in this case, the percentage is the amount 16, because there are 16 students that go by bike, divided by 28, the total of students, times 100. And that's the calculation you have to write down. Percentage is 16 divided by 28 times 100, just as it's shown here. If we calculate that, we end up with 57.14285714, and that will continue on. But it's percentages, so we always round to one decimal, so it will become 57.1%. So you have to write down your calculation. Amount 16 divided by total 28 times 100 to make it a decimal, to make it a percentage from the decimal, and then round to one decimal, so 57.1. So write down the exact calculations you do. You can do this in your calculator, but you do have to write down the steps you take in your calculator.